Morning everyone, welcome to Marky Big Smoke, plot number 1. Thanks very much for joining me. Today I'm going to crack on with that asparagus bed. I've got to weed it, I've got to cover it with some mulch, and the onion bed that was next to it, the leeks and so on. I pulled it all out, that needs weeding, and then I've got to put some mulch on top of that. This is the asparagus bed along here, this narrow strip. And this is where I planted my leeks and onions this year. And I've given it a good weed. I know it doesn't look like it, but anyway, there. And we've got some globe artichokes as well at the end of this bed. I've chopped those back, and I've got to put some mulch down for these asparagus plants. I'm going to mulch around the plants, and I'm going to put some mulch down on here. I'm going to start with cardboard. As you can see, I've put cardboard mulch across this entire bed, and I've just got one gap in the middle there. Now where the asparagus plants come through, you can just see the tips of them. I've marked them out with posts, and I've cardboarded around the asparagus heads, or the crowns, to allow light and water to get around there. So I'm expecting a few weeds to come up around there at the moment. By the time it gets round to the spring or early summer, that'll be chewed up by the worms, and the asparagus tips should be able to come through. So where this gap is in the middle, I ran out of cardboard. I'm going to put some chop and drop mulch there, so comfrey, which is growing around the apple tree, as you can see over there, and nasturtiums. I've got plenty of nasturtium plants. I'll see if I can cover that little gap there with that before I put some compost on top. That's the chop and drop comfrey that I've just brought over from the apple trees. Hopefully that will grow back strong in the spring. And now I'm going to grab some nasturtium leaves, put that over the top as well, and try and cover all the gaps. There's the chop and drop nasturtium leaves on top of the comfrey, and then if I cover that area with compost, hopefully that'll stop the weeds growing. But I've probably got loads of weeds in the home compost. Never mind. There we go. That's my 2 large bags of homemade compost. That's all I can find from home. That's a couple of centimetres or so of compost, homemade, laid on top of that cardboard and spread across the asparagus beds. Now I just need it to rain quite a lot to bed that in. With regards to this section, I'm going to be bringing some butternut squash leaves waste product over to here, laying it down across the cardboard. There we go. That's that bed mulched with nasturtium, comfrey, butternut squash leaves and vines, and globe artichokes. They've all come down, gone on top of that cardboard. And on the asparagus bed, we've got a couple of centimetres or so of homemade compost. That bed is now ready for the winter. I've just got to watch little weeds starting up on the top of there, and the asparagus should come through again next spring. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.